Thank you and good afternoon. I very much appreciate the opportunity to be having this meeting. I think that if we look at the whole situation of what's going on around us, it's actually a crisis which isn't just to do with climate, but it's to do with the whole question of values and the ethics that we have within our lives and humanity. Sometimes it takes a situation in which you hit a wall, and maybe at this point we are not going to hit the wall, but we see that the wall is very close in front of us, and so we take action to bring about the inner changes that we need to make. That's not to say we don't need to do all the things we are doing here, whether it's the governments, whether it's politics, or inviting individuals to contribute on some physical level in whatever way they can. But all of those things will actually happen very, very quickly if first there's a change of human heart and human consciousness. That's the first point I want to underline, that really that's what all this is about for me. And the things that touch human hearts and human consciousness are the things of faith. And so this is why you see this line up here in front of you. The second thing I'd like to say is that there are two things that work together, and we don't always realize this. There's the whole living system of the universe, and at this moment particular concern about planet Earth, but it's also then the whole system of human beings, and they're not actually totally separate. It's not a question of one conquering the other, or one exploiting the other, or one aggressing the other, as has been for several thousands of years actually, but it's a question of now understanding how those two systems can work in harmony with each other. And the system of nature works beautifully when left to itself. We don't need to interfere, but it's a lot of human interference that has caused all this upheaval and question mark about the future. And so what is it that we can do about the human system? And within humanity, and it doesn't matter which tradition or no tradition anyone belongs to, but the essential factor of the human being is consciousness, awareness, and within that, I'd particularly like to think about thought. And we're actually here at a very interesting crossroads of science and spirituality also. I'm referring to the scientist David Bohm, who wrote a book in 1990 on the subject of the science of thought, or the thought as a system. So when we look at our thoughts and we change the quality of our thoughts and uplift our thoughts, we're actually doing something for the world and changing that too. Thank you.